Good evening, all of you. Welcome to Laksha Academy. To all the newly joined students, welcome to Laksha Academy YouTube channels. Okay, far-reaching implications of drugs and alcohol, we are going to study in this part. Okay, in the previous part, we learned dependence. Before that, we learned what is adolescence. But here we are going to study far-reaching implications of drug and alcohol abuse. There may be some far reaching implications of drug and alcohol abuse. What are they? One, okay, if the abuser is unable to get money to buy drugs or alcohol, for the person who is taking drugs and alcohol, if he finds it difficult to get money, okay, if he does not have any income, okay, if the abuser is unable to get money to buy drugs or alcohol, he or she may turn to stealing. They steal the things. అంటే దొంగిలించడం. They start stealing gold or other things from the home, and they keep somewhere in pawnbroker shop or somewhere they get money, and they satisfy their needs. Okay, this is the far reaching implication of the drug and alcohol abuse. Okay, if the abuser is unable to get money, okay, to buy drugs and alcohol, he may turn to stealing. The next one, the adverse effects are just not restricted to person who is using the drug and alcohol. His family also suffers, not only that person. At times, a drug and alcohol addict becomes the cause of mental and financial distress. The family members every day when he takes alcohol and comes home, okay, they mentally suffer, and there is a financial distress to his or her entire family and friends. Okay, next, what is the meaning of far-reaching? Okay, if you describe actions or events or changes are far reaching, you mean that they may have a great influence and affect a great number of things. For example, this corona virus creating far reaching implications. It is affecting many people lost their jobs. Okay, if you describe the actions or events or changes that are as far reaching, you mean that they have a very great influence. Now the COVID-19 had a great, it has a great influence on okay, people of all over the world, not just confined to one country. Okay, COVID-19 also has a far-reaching implications. AIDS and hepatitis. Those who take drugs intravenously, sometimes those take drugs they inject themselves into the veins. Those who take drugs intravenously, directly injection into the veins using a needle or syringe, are much more likely to acquire serious infections like AIDS and hepatitis B. Earlier we discussed viral disease, bacterial disease, fungal disease. At that time, I told you, okay, AIDS is caused by HIV. Can you expand HIV? Can you expand Can you tell me what is the full form of HIV? Okay, some of you may think human immunovirus. It is not human immunovirus, human immunodeficiency virus. Can you expand AIDS? Question yourself. Can you expand AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. You learned in 10th standard also. And hepatitis B. Okay, these are okay. Those who take drugs intravenously, direct injection okay, into the veins using a needle or syringe are much more likely to get like serious infections like AIDS and hepatitis. So these viruses, the viruses which are responsible for these hepatitis B virus and HIV virus are transferred from one person to another by sharing of infected needles and syringes. Both AIDS and hepatitis B, very important one. Okay, infections are chronic infections and ultimately fatal. That means they may cause death. There is no treatment for them. Both can be transmitted through sexual contact, okay, or through infected blood. You learned in 10th standard, I think. Modes of transmission HIV, how one it is transmitted from one person to another person through blood, mother to child, and also through sexual contact. Okay, the blood transfusions, STDs. Okay, you are going to study this list of diseases in intermediate second year. Okay, it is better if you learn now. Okay, sexually transmitted disease, it is very important. Several bits were asked in the previous NEET exams based on this one. Okay, HIV is immunodeficiency virus, not human immunovirus causing acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Hepatitis B. Okay, this is the name of the disease, and which is it is the causative organ. These all are causative organism. Hepatitis B virus. Okay, syphilis or syphilis, Treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum causes syphilis. Gonorrhea, Neisseria gonorrhoeae, Neisseria gonorrhoeae, and chlamydial infections, chlamydiasis, that is the name of the disease. Chlamydiasis caused by chlamydia trachomatis, chlamydia trachomatis. Trichomoniasis, trichomonas vaginalis. Okay, trichomoniasis is the name of the disease, which is caused by Trichomonas vaginalis. Here, the name of the disease is AIDS, which is caused by human immunodeficiency virus. Next, it is not there in our syllabus. Cancroid, chancroid, okay, hemophilus. It is caused by hemophilus. Genital herpes, it is there in intermediate second year. Herpes simplex virus. Herpes simplex virus. Next one, genital rod is also there in intermediate second year. HP, human papilloma virus. We call it human papilloma virus, HPV. And this is HSV, herpes simplex virus. This is HBV, hepatitis B virus, and this is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. HIV, HBV, HSV, HPV. The end word end is V. These all are viral diseases. Okay, HIV can be transferred through unprotected sex with an infected person. Okay, next one, transfusion of infected blood or blood products, and sharing of contaminated needles and syringes, infected mother to child. You learned these four in 10th standard also. Okay, the most common methods of transmission of HIV are unprotected sex with the infected partner and sharing needles with infected person. Okay, the person who takes drugs, okay, he gives same syringe or needle to the other person who is his friend. Next one, okay, transmission from infected mother to child and infection from the blood products. Okay, that's the end of this video. Okay, in the next video we will talk about what are the effects of drugs in males and females.